3. Namaskar. My name is Bharat. I've been doing yoga for at least 60 years. I want to introduce yoga to all. If there's any questions that you need to know, I'm here to answer them. I started yoga in Hawaii in 1971. I started the first yoga temple here in Hawaii. It was near Mo'iliili Center. I was there for at least 3 years, and then I left for India. I remember being in this room that I decorated it. It took me a year to fix it. Yoga wasn't known then, not here. So I stayed in practice. No one came, no one showed up. Then one day, one person showed up, and it was a photographer from the advertiser. He started taking pictures of me in my yoga studio. From that day on, I became very busy with yoga. Then I left for San Francisco. I did some artwork there. I tried to teach some yoga. It wasn't too popular then. But I remember Ravi Shankar coming to town. It was the first time he's ever been to the United States. So I went to this concert at the Fillmore in San Francisco. When I heard his music, 3 weeks later, I was in India. And that's how I started. The first place I arrived at was Calcutta. Now that blew my mind. That energy blew my mind. Death, animals everywhere, dead bodies, more people than I can imagine. I was so frightened. I wanted to get back, come back to the United States. But I realized that I need to learn. I needed to learn about myself. So I stayed. After a few weeks, I became acclimated to India. And I became happy because it was just what I needed. Food was simple and good and inexpensive. So I just traveled from temple to temple for at least a year. And I was introduced to many, many deities. And one deity that really merged in my heart was Hanuman. He has many, many temples in India, many. So I traveled, I walked with sadhus, I tried to learn as much as I can. And then I started to teach in Goa. It wasn't too far from Bombay. I teach in the beach there. I teach people to do some yoga there. And that's how I started to travel. I started to travel around the world. But my first start was Hawaii, and then Goa, and then I traveled to Germany, the Netherlands, London, Germany, Italy, So I lived in Europe, taught in Europe, and then I traveled back and forth throughout the world. Came back to the United States, went back again, came back to the United States, and that's how I've been living ever since. Just teaching yoga, just practicing, reading about yoga, going to different teachers. Then I met a beautiful guru in Varanasi. His name was Satya Ananda Saraswati. He was a sadhu of many years. He was a renunciate, no clothing at all. He was a very gentle man. And I just fell in love with him. So he told me just to teach. Just take the knowledge of yoga and practice. It will come to you, teach it. So that's what I've been doing ever since. Teaching yoga, practicing. I haven't missed many days. I think in 60 years I've missed maybe 1 week because of my knees. I had an operation on both my knees from sports when I was younger and yoga. So I had to replace my knees when I was 80 years old. And that brought me to another area of yoga, how to teach without knees, how to teach when you're a cripple. So ever since I've been doing that for at least 4 years now. So I have to build my knees up. I have to build my tempo back up again so I can live longer, so I can teach more. It never ends. If you want to know more about yoga, I'm here to answer your questions. And I'll do it with as much truth as I can. I think everyone should be doing yoga. I think everybody should be practicing yoga. And everybody should be really understanding how to breathe. So if there's any questions that you'd like to answer for me, tap into me. Tap into my soul. And I'll answer any questions you want as much as I can, deep with truth. But remember, just remember this. Your health is everything. So start practicing. Any questions that you want to add, talk to me. Starting in a few days, we'll start with the first session of yoga. And we'll start to begin that way. We'll make it very simple so everyone can learn without complications. And we'll start moving in deeper and deeper into yoga. My gift from my guru was breathing techniques. That's what I love more than anything. Put myself in an asana and breathe many techniques, pranayama, to burn, to energize, to heal. So if there's any questions about pranayama, to me that's it, right there. Just breathe. Practice different techniques, and you will heal. And you will heal others. So let's breathe. Now the first session to me is close your eyes, keep your spine straight. Make it simple, don't get it complicated. Moisten your lips, relax your tongue, relax your mind, and just listen to the breath. Listen to your belly. As you breathe in, the belly will move out gently to receive blessings. That's the kumbhaka. That's the hell breath. That's the antara kumbhaka. Holding God, holding your God, your personal God. And you hold, and you hold, and you hold, and you'll realize how beautiful the breath is. And then you out breath slowly, the belly will move in to worship your family inside. And what the breath will do is put you into a meditative state called yana. And that's where I love to live. That's my companion. The breath is my companion. Because you need to practice. And practice pranayama is a beautiful way to be with yourself, to be with God, so I can be with you. So we'll start. We'll keep it simple. But remember, be happy. Be happy. Keep your spine straight. Work on that. And keep your belly happy. Put no tension in your belly. And just breathe Ujjayi, the victorious breath of God. That's the first pranayama that you must master. And we'll work on that over and over again. The first step is the belly moves in and the belly moves out. You hold God, you hold the breath of God. This will start you on the journey to beautiful health. So we'll stop there. Answer some questions that you need to know. You can question me anything you want, and I'll answer as best I can. But remember, just remember this. Practice. Practice. Good, let's begin the questioning. Okay. Question.
What's your intention in teaching everyone yoga? What do you hope that they absorb from it?
What I've absorbed from other people is protection. Other people that I teach protects me. I'm safe when I teach. I feel safe. If my teachings work and it helps others, I'm safe. So I can leave this body because I'm ready to leave this body. I'm 84. it's time for me to leave. And I want to take myself into a better place through you, through others that I teach. I'm not alone, and I don't want to be alone. That's why I project myself to other people in yoga. And I think I have a unique way of teaching. I think it's very different. It might work and it might not work. But that's not my intention. My intention is to be truthful with myself as I can. So your questions should come from your deep heart. And I'll answer them as best I can. But the key to me is you must practice. I can't do anything for you until you do your own practice. I can say all these words to you, but these words are meaningless unless you take it with you and practice. And I'll be safe. I'm ready to leave. I have still many years, but I'm ready to leave. The ancestors are waiting for me. No fear. Abhaya. No fear. That's what yoga teaches me. No fear. I can be as truthful as I can, as long as I'm truthful to you, with my questions, with my answers. So let's begin. Another question.
What about for someone who's never practiced yoga before? How do they get started?
You are here. That's how you start. Just be here. Just be here right now with the breath. That's how you start. Don't take it for granted. Don't take the breath for granted. Just be with the breath. And everything will come to you. As long as you get up, discipline yourself. Be disciplined. And everything will come to you. That's the deepest truth I know. That's what I've done with myself. It's created good and it's created bad. But it's created my work. Because yoga is a good work. To me, it's the greatest work. And I want to continue doing it as best I can. Yoga is so beautiful. There's so much to know. And everybody needs to heal. All of us. And that's what I see in myself. I need to heal. I need to work on my karma, my karmas, my darkness. And everything's good. Everything is good. As long as you have a purpose to help and advocate your truth to others, and you'll be fine. But I want to start, the first thing is the breath. And everybody has a different system. Everybody has a different way of learning their way. The key is to learn your way. Only your way. Don't get involved with others. Learn from others, but do it your way. Do it your art way. Don't deviate. Just get up in the mornings and practice that. Discipline. And everything will come to you. Security. Because you've been practicing. I have a lot of truth to learn, you know, so I'm not afraid of it anymore. And when you get to a certain age, you just want to practice. You want to hear God. You want to be by yourself. You want to keep things simple. Keep things in moderation. Brahmacharya. Learn the yamas. Learn the niyamas. And we'll work on that step by step, forever and ever. But yoga is a great place to be. And build your life around it. And all will come to you. That I promise.